In episode 33, Hidden Scorpius, the man who sees the synchronicity just like me, said, "Okay, Damon, when you had that freak incident with your microwave, was there a TV on?"
Well, was there?
The answer is... I don't remember. I think there wasn't, but there might have been. Wouldn't have been a CRT TV in any case. Could something else have functioned as the lifter then? I don't know. I can't go back to that incident and relive it to get all the details. I could just get another can of ghee and make it happen again.
No.
This time, I'll make sure to have a TV on.
You'll make a mess of everything, Damon. Don't do it.
Maybe I should go back to trying to win the lottery. Now that the goodwill and the silliness is gone...
We're the Bittersweet Gamers!
I'm the Opinionator.
And I'm We Squared.
This is the third, fourth time leap? There appears to be some discrepancy somewhere, and that may not have to do with copied memories. You know, it's theorized that deja vu is actually your brain just making an error and duplicating, like making two copies of the memory instead of one. And so, since it matches another memory you have, i.e. the same one, you're hit with that, whoa, I've already been through this.
Interesting.
Just a theory, though. But it is plausible. That's actually one of the reasons why I was thinking that memories wouldn't be overwritten with this. But then again, it has to do that for the convenience of the narrative, because you can't tell the story
if nothing works the way it's supposed to.
Exactly. Billy, do your silly voice one last time.
I've been reading a book on anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down.
I henceforth declare that in this episode, there will be no more lightheartedness or gags. It's really serious.
Now, Damon, you know that since you've thrown down the gauntlet, I have to tell a bunch of bad jokes now.
It's not my fault, it's his. Considering the end of the last episode and the intro of this one, we've been on this screen for too dang long. So all that matters now is that I have another chance. I need to act. Oh, I just told a joke. It was a dumb one, but I did it anyway. No! I have the power to save Mayuri. I will do whatever it takes to find a way. Welsh Corgi. This time, we hail a taxi on Chuodori. It'll be expensive, but that hardly matters now. However, several hours later, the traffic is unusually heavy. It was smooth sailing at first, but as soon as we got out of Akihabara, we got caught in a jam. It's been 3 hours now. Would this jam have even happened in the first place if we hadn't tried to leave?
Good Lord.
You know what these remind me of?
What?
Final Destination. The movie's about where you're fated to die, so death chases you around.
If you cheat death, it will find a way, and through sheer coincidence, will make sure you die like you're supposed to.
I'm just saying. You know what else I'm saying? I've never seen a single one of those, yet I still brought it up.
The first one's really the only good one.
The driver said it's never been this bad before. Worse yet, we're surrounded by one-way streets, so we can't even take a detour.
Worser yet, the meter is still running.
The only thing keeping us inside this taxi was the vain hope that things would start moving, and the belief that we wouldn't make it far on foot, and kind of hoping that the taxi driver doesn't work for SERN and isn't just gonna, pull out a hammer, turn around, and bop someone on the head. That better not happen. I considered getting off here and taking the train, but then I remember what happened at Shin Ochanomizu Station. I have a bad feeling about this. This can't be a coincidence. Is there some reason events keep happening this way? Once again, I feel the malice of fate manipulating the situation. Is Mayuri going to die again?
Stop looking at your watch. It always foretells your death, Mayushi.
The watch of death? How many times does he have to watch her die?
Right?
It's one thing to watch a loved one die once.
Mm-hmm.
But how terrible is it to watch it over and over and over again? Just then, someone knocks on the window. His facial expression
says it all.
That was good. Guard!
逃げろマユリ 何を
It really has gone that far. Just people will just start spawning from the attractor fields ready to kill her. It all happens too fast.
Okabe Rintarou.
They killed her again.
7:55.
How is that 7:55? The top of the top watch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's not 7:55.
Ow! It's 6:55. I forgot to factor in daylight savings time.
What? They killed her again. Why? Why can't I save her? Why won't you let me save her? Who decided that Mayuri must die? Moeka? SERN? God? Or does the world itself wish for Mayuri's death? I won't accept that. I crawl out of the taxi and take off running through the traffic jam. All I have to do is get back to the lab. Wonder what the taxi driver was doing. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Okabe didn't even pay any attention to him, so got no input whatsoever.
After she was shot, someone said, "Be quiet, Okabe Rintarou." Now, game, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but that was not a stabbing.
After dashing back to the lab, luckily the time leap machine was still there. Luckily. I have to leap again. Okay, this is the 4th/5th one, right?
Yes.
Like, it's the 4th one that we've seen, right?
Yes.
And it's the 5th, and he made an extra one.
Yes, that we didn't see.
Either that, or he was, or there was like a snafu, which I, like in the translation, which I doubt. Every time we run, Mayuri dies. 5 hours into the past, I clutch my head and rack my brain for an answer. We can't run away, not like that. What do I do if we can't run away? Is there no way to save her? No one is a superhero, no matter how tough Suzuha is. These people are all armed and willing to kill. You can't defeat them.
無理なものか絶対に助けてやる
What about doing something really weird?
Yeah.
Like going and digging a hole and burying her, but like giving her, something to breathe through.
Yeah. I'm sure something will happen and she'll like suffocate.
What about hiding her in some... the point was to hide her in some utterly improbable location.
Oh, yeah? Hey, Suzuha, how's about you take her in your time machine for like 5 minutes so she's not present in this world at 6:55?
That would probably work. Would that mean that you could actually defeat the attractor fields, the choice of Steins Gate, by using that which you obtained?
By defeating Steins Gate?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I don't know. It'd be worth a shot.
If he knew that Suzuha was a time traveler and that she could do that.
Which he doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's a fun thing to think about.
Correct.
This time, I take her to the closest police station. When I begged them to take her in, a few policemen started to question me. Wasn't that a bunch of mates?
That's what it looked like to me, yeah. Did they reuse the wrong recycled footage?
Like, that should not have been there, right?
It just shouldn't have been there, no.
When asked why, I explained that someone is going to kill Mayuri 6 hours from now, but without any proof that there's someone after her, they have no choice but to turn us away. I continue to feel like a fool for deleting the threatening emails.
Right?
Also, if you delete them, where do they go? Like, aren't they going to go into the trash folder for 30 days or something?
I have no idea how that works.
Like, you should be able to just pull up your deleted emails as long as it hasn't been 30 days, because that's how it works.
Well, that might be how it works now, but I don't know how it worked then.
Way back in the ancient days of 2010?
That's like a decade ago almost, you know.
It's been like that for some time. It's past 6 by the time we leave the station, and we're left with no choice but to keep running. What about hanging out in the police station? What do you think, one of the cops is just going to pull a gun?
Who knows? It could be a misfire. They may be trying to arrest a criminal, and the criminal, tries to run. The cop shoots at him and accidentally hits Mayushi.
That's kind of what I'm saying, is that if you're really trying to test this, then test it.
Does he want to test it, though?
It's going to happen regardless.
No,
of course he doesn't want to test it.
Maybe if it happens enough times and he gets more jaded to it, he'll try and test it.
I wish that I could blame my previous failures on bad luck. We could try Ochanomizu or Shinbashi again, and maybe this time she won't die. Subways, trains, and taxis, all out. Attempting escape by those means will get Mayuri killed, so my heart tells me. Because I've seen her die a half-dozen times already. Shot, stabbed, torn to pieces. I can't go through that again. And I'm going to have to.
Good Lord.
But Mayuri dies. Just like that. I can't deny it any longer. The world itself is killing Mayuri. How many times has it happened now? Every time I try to save Mayuri, it ends in the worst possible way. Why does Mayuri die? What about time leaping back and then sending a D-mail?
I don't see how that would significantly change anything.
Changes the divergence.
Yeah, closer to 0.
Oh yeah. At first, I thought that it was Moeka and her hit squad.
A band of shy guys.
Sent by SERN to steal our time machine. That was my understanding, at least. But as I leapt back in time again and again, the cause of Mayuri's death kept changing. At Shin-Ochanomizu Station, she died because Nae pushed her off the platform. The first time it was Moeka. After that, she was murdered by other people. What does that mean? I want someone to tell me, but who can I ask?
Hey!
I was about to say it myself. One John Q. Titer III, or just John Titers. I'm the only person in history to leap through time. Nobody else can do this or has done this. No, I guess there is one more. It's not leaping, per se, but John Q. Titer III, Esquire. But I have no way of contacting him except his email address. He hasn't replied to any of my mails, nor has he posted on @channel. Whether it's the same Titer from then or not, what Suzuha said was that Barrel Titer was a code name. So you presumably John Titer is a code name. It's like he was only there to make this happen, and then that was enough. Or it's Suzuha.
Or it's Suzuha, yeah.
I'm not even convinced he's a real time traveler for some reason. I decide not to run this time.
Oh?
What are they gonna do? Kill me? Or has he noticed that yet? Instead, I take a different approach. If running away doesn't work, I'll make the first strike.
Oh!
I send Moeka an email. I need to talk to you about our time machine. Meet me alone. That'll work. She'll come.
But that won't stop the world from killing Mayushi.
Well, that's true. He can at least get some information. It's like, at this point, he's done the berserk time leaping.
Now it's time to get, like you said, get information.
He has to actually win now, and that's going to require the Groundhog Day approach. Excellent. It's not quite turning on and off the 42-inch CRT TV, but at least it's getting some use out of the smoking toy ray gun. The Chekhov's ray toy gun.
Particle beam gun.
Just like a Hollywood movie.
No, bad Okarin, don't get sucked up into it.
If you put something shaped like a gun into the back of someone like Moeka,
that's fair.
It's going to work.
That's fair.
But it is 1,000 times more tense. Moeka quietly raises her hands, and I take her gun away.
And now I have an actual gun to threaten her with.
All right, Kiryu Moeka. His hands shaking. Well, I sincerely doubt that Okabe Rintarou has ever fired a gun before. It's not impossible in Japan, but it ain't easy.
Yeah.
And man, the first time you hold a gun and fire that sucker, well, it's like an understanding of power, you know? I breathe out slowly so Moeka won't hear just how nervous I am. There's no way she'll be able to tell, right?
話を聞きたい。お前がセルンの資格であることは分かっている。
なぜ？
知りたいのか？知りたいのかよ！
Dude, even if you pull the trigger, it won't change anything. You might feel slightly better. Don't do that, though.
Yeah, don't do that. For one, it'll be undone the next time he time leaps.
No, right. Because of her. Because of her, Mayuri!
俺はタイムマシンで未来から来た。
Oh, good. Just what we wanted, she thinks.
冗談だと思っているのか。だが俺はすでに4、5回は同じ時間を繰り返してきた。
I've lost count of how many times exactly.
だからこれからお前たちが何をするかも知っている。
It's not like Okabe wants to remember these things.
電車が止まる。爆破予告のせいでな。
Even if he were to get her to cancel everything, which is an if, and then killed her,
That's not gonna stop it.
wouldn't Mayuri still die? And for that matter, could he kill her? Is it even possible?
Well,
for...
Makise was killed, and she was saved.
Yeah.
So if
remember
someone
my
is-
theory? That is the farthest away from what's supposed to happen, so that's the easiest thing to change. So it was their doing.
お前と仲間たちが今日ラボを襲撃することも知っている。そこでお前がマユリを殺すこともだ。
私も
理解したか。俺がタイムリーパーだと。
I could kill her now. It would be easy. But no. I need information.
お前たちはセルンの何なんだ。
ラウンダー
Rounders, huh?
ラウンダー。一体どういう組織なんだ。セルンとの関係性は。
メールで
Huh?
ダメだ。行動で説明しろ。
ラウンダーはセルンとは別組織。
Huh.
公には出てこない。そういう扱い。
秘密の傭兵部隊か。
Necessary for any conspiracy theory.
違う。IBN5100 その情報収集と回収のため
That makes sense. I mean, didn't I directly say that?
Yeah, yeah.
If the only way for people to find out about your world-conquering plan was with an IBN 5100,
Then you should devote people to round them up.
世界中に散らばってそれを集める。
IBN 5100s. That's right. When I met her, she was looking for an IBN 5100. It was so long ago. And the IBN 5100 was used in CERN's database. These days, they're nearly impossible to find. People will pay millions just to own one. Is that because CERN has been hunting them down?
Probably.
ラウンダーの規模は。
And why are they called rounders?
They round up the IBN 5100s.
And also shoot people
Ah,
while
well.
wearing black latex and Shy Guy masks.
Look, it makes her feel confident, okay?
答えろ。
知らない。末端だから。
俺が手に入れた IBN5100 を盗んだのもやはりお前だな。
Well, it might have been once.
Right?
Moeka doesn't answer.
なぜ IBN5100 の情報を。ハッキング対策か。
She wouldn't know.
Yeah, because of D effect.
Yeah.
機密保持。最も優先すべき事項だから。
Yeah. Duh.
Of the rounders, so you'll have to kill me. I won't say any more.
セルンの
Oh.
一体何が隠されている。
Plans for world domination?
タイムトラベルの人体実験や、その実験で何百人と殺しているという情報は普通の PC でもハッキングで見ることができた。
Yeah, but how much of that is actually legit? And how much of that was fed to them?
Well, you know, I hadn't looked at it like that. If they need the time travel, and they need someone else to do it for them, someone with reading Steiner to come up with the method, then they very well could have just made... Sorry, I was reading that and got distracted. They very well could have made it all up just to try and get the guy to act in the first place.
But what did he do? He didn't act. So they took more drastic measures.
Maybe. I'm trying to, like, run through the implications of all of that. I'm not convinced that that is the case, but it could be true. We do know they succeed in conquering the world.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that they ultimately have time travel.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Makise Kurisu apparently
Is involved somehow.
needs to die
Yeah.
to prevent them from doing that. So her living means it is involved in some way of enabling it.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, I don't understand the beginning of the game.
Right.
And we know that whatever Moeka says about the Rounders and their mission, they are deliberately letting Okabe go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're trying to get him to do this. So them faking all of this just being information that's here for him to get in the hacking attempt to help push him towards time travel, it is plausible. I do not know if I am convinced, however.
IBN5100 で構築されたデータベースにはそれ以上の極秘情報があるというのか。
知らない。
末端だからか。
There's no reason they would necessarily tell her.
Right. My tone is sarcastic, but Moeka nods.
なぜラボを襲った？いや、お前にとってはこれから襲うか。
分かっているはず。
セルウィのハッキングをしたからか。
Well?
理由は3つ。一つは知ったから。君たちが。
And we know that they have that one-way connection. That is not an accident.
Yeah.
That was set up. It is set up to encourage them. Because they have to have access to the Large Hadron Collider.
Or this wouldn't work.
So in order to get them to do it, CERN has to give them that access. But if we're operating on the idea that they need them to make time travel, isn't that a paradox? If CERN needs the Future Gadget Lab to create time travel, isn't it a paradox for CERN using time travel to set up?
Here's where we get to the wibbly-wobbly headache-inducing parts of time travel.
Well, what about D-mails?
What about D-mails?
Well, I guess future CERN could use... Well, I was going to say future CERN could use... CERN could use D-mails to convince CERN...
I
set
see.
up... Well, to do the groundwork.
Yeah.
But future CERN would still have to come from somewhere, so again, it's wibbly-wobbly.
Wibbly-wobbly.
知ってはいけないこと。
So CERN did know about the hacking. Duh. They were asking us to do it.
タイムマシン。君たちが作った。
CERN must be trying to monopolize time travel technology.
Even though that goes directly against what you yourself have experienced. And that it's always there at the lab for him.
Well, I mean, this is definitely the truth. They wouldn't be involved if it weren't for this. But...
Well, I guess she didn't say to take the time machine.
決定的だったのは
Here we go.
君たちがそのタイムマシンを世間に公表しようとしたこと。
How does she know that? Timey-wimeys? We made that decision right after the time leap machine was completed.
だから全員を拘束。
拘束？マユリを殺したではないか!
The other thing he can do that will definitely change this, I nearly mentioned this earlier but got distracted. One thing he could definitely do is go along with it.
Yeah, but if the world is out to kill Mayushi, she's gonna die anyway, whether they're involved or not.
I don't know, that's a good point.
Like, it'd be one thing if she was always killed by an agent of theirs and they just know where they're going to be at all times, but
No,
that wasn't always the case.
I get what you're saying. Well, it's too risky because if he's not going to be able to get back to...
Yeah, he can't fix it.
Anyway, I realize we're going in circles with
あの
this.
子は必要ない。
But you know us, that's how we figure things out. Unnecessary? I nearly pulled the trigger.
タイムマシーンを作ったのは君とマキセと芦田だから。あの子は殺しても構わない。そう言われた。
俺たちを拘束してどうするつもりだった？
セルンの施設に監禁してタイムマシン実用化の研究を。
I guess it just depends on how the many universes work. I just have a hard time believing this. But again, you could have some weird type of super time paradox thing.
Mm-hmm.
そうやってこれまでにもセルン以外のタイムマシン研究を潰してきたんじゃないか。
私は回収しろと言われただけ。
お前のことを一瞬でも仲間にした俺が間違いだった。
Yeah, you were.
A little bit, yeah.
Primarily because you didn't know anything about her at all.
And ignored all her suspicious behavior.
Suzuha, at the very least, is friendly to other people and openly friendly with you.
Yeah.
She's still super suspicious, but like, not standoffish super suspicious.
セルンのためすべて FB の命令すべて。
Who's FB? Frank Butler.
Could the B have something to do with Barrel Tighter?
Future Barrel?
何でもやる。FB の指示なら。
Future Brown? That's the only one that I have any confidence in at all. And I don't have confidence in that.
Frederick Beauregard. We haven't heard anyone's name that coincides with FB.
If we had, then we would instantly suspect him, and that is dumb.
Yes.
So, what if? Never mind. That is too stupid and too dumb, so I won't even mention it.
Well, now you've piqued my curiosity.
What if it's Nae? Because we're talking about some super weirdo time paradoxy thing where CERN is only able to complete time travel because it successfully captured the Future Gadget Lab, all right? And then they need to do something in some other sort of alternately parallel-y thing. And
You were right. That is very stupid.
I haven't got there yet, all right? So then Nae, in some parallel time, becomes, like, after having killed Mayuri, it becomes warped and twisted. And then time travel, and I told you it was stupid.
And that's why she needs Okarin to figure out a way to save Mayushi, right?
Yes.
Moving on.
I didn't want to say it. FB? What the F is FB? Is that the name of her supervisor?
Fub?
岡部君、君なのジョン・タイターは。
Maybe. Wouldn't put it past him.
何？
Maybe that's where he's going to get the idea. John Titor? John Q. Titor III?
考えられない君しか
Me? What about Amane Suzuha? I mean...
何をバカな。
Do not ignore this!
それより死にたくなかったら今すぐにお前の仲間とそれと FB とやらに連絡しろ。ラボ襲撃は中止だと。
It wouldn't be weird at all if Okarin really is John Titor.
We suspected him of it at the beginning.
そんな権限ない
知ったことか。権限がなかろうが何とかするんだ。でないと殺せ。
I can't do it. I'm not a killer.
なんで殺したんだ。
She didn't want to pull the trigger. That was obvious.
お前もあんなことしたくなかったんだろ。なのになんで。
It could be something as simple as, dude, nobody wants to kill people that they know. She was always nice to me. Why would I want to shoot her?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to have some great deep reason or even be full of regret. You know, Hitler was real nice to his dog.
That was a pretty big extreme to leap to.
私は従うだけ FB に。
だったらその FB とかいうやつをここに連れてこい。
Moika shakes her head.
だからそっちの事情なんて知ったことじゃないと。
She was asking you if you were FB. Do you really think she knows who FB is? Other than like as an icon or something?
She might even be suspicious that FB is John Titor.
That does seem to be what she flat out said.
It may not be the case, but it might be the case. Again, if it is Amane, which I'm not necessarily saying it is.
But we're not saying it isn't.
You know, she simultaneously could be this FB fellow as well as Joan Titor. And 3 more secret identities, too. It just doesn't seem to me like this is going to be a case where they're going to pull up some character that we've never seen before and have them fill the role of antagonist.
Right.
So, if it's not Moika...
Kind of has to be Suzuha, doesn't it?
If otherwise, we have to start going through the Future Gadget Lab members.
Daru! I knew it was you all along!
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of has to be one of those, or one of the characters that exists, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, again, that's a meta-fiction way of looking at it, but... And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will pop out a brand new character to fill some sort of role like that.
It's been done before.
I doubt it's Nakabachi.
Hey!
FB に会ったことは
No!
Something strikes the back of my head. My legs give out instantly, sending me to the ground. One of the other people must have just come up upon this situation. Well, I failed to say that, but yes. My talking did not succeed. It was sort of like... Mm-hmm. Deep down, I knew. I can't save Mayuri. Even if Moika's group doesn't kill her, the world will. The world itself wants her dead. That is the choice of Steins Gate. Steins Gate? There's no such thing. Those words have no meaning. It's just some nonsense I made up to sound cool. Steins Gate doesn't exist. But fate does. Fate. God. The will of the universe. An absolute force that no one can resist. It exists, and it has sentenced Mayuri to death. I wake up in the back of a station wagon.
Outside the Future Lab.
I feel a throbbing pain in the back of my head. Why do I not ask myself this question? Moeka just told me that their job is to apprehend me. I am feeling decidedly unapprehended in front of my time machine. They also said they wanted that. Huh. Maybe if I were to just wait for the attack and go with them, this is how it would end up anyway. What time is it? How long have I been unconscious? Oh, okay, I'm feeling a little more apprehended now.
I'm also feeling apprehensive.
There's a man with me inside the car. The man seems to notice I've woken up, but he doesn't speak. He doesn't need to. He just silently points his gun at my head. I look at the clock on the dashboard. Just before 7.
5 minutes.
5 minutes until 6:55. The time of death of Shina Mayuri. Has the attack already happened? Before I left, I told everyone, including Mayuri, to run. If she did as I said, she won't die by their hands. But that doesn't mean she's safe. If I don't do something, Moeka's gonna take the time leap machine away. Why would I think that? What will happen then? SERN can have the machine if it will save Mayuri. The problem is that it won't! Not when the world itself is determined to kill her. I'll leap again and again until I find a way to save her. But if I lose the machine, then the future is decided. A future without Mayuri. I have to get to it before they do, even if that means I might get shot. As long as I survive to reach the time leap machine, everything will be all right. This type of thinking is very bad.
I can't believe that worked. Actually, I can.
Dude is desperate.
Well, also, they're not really trying to keep him from the time machine.
I mean, just don't underestimate the power of desperation, but yes, I agree with that. Again. Again. Again! Well, now what? It's just before 5. I have 2 hours before Mayuri dies. I find myself staring at the time leap machine. This thing is the reason for Moeka's attack. If only we had never built the phone wave. If only we never messed around in things we don't understand. If only we had never sent those D-mails, perhaps the future might be different. Instead of the nightmare it promises now. Well, maybe not.
They always make the time leap machine.
They always make the time leap machine. You don't install a one-stop connection
Yeah.
to CERN like within a 10-day window from the beginning of the game. It's been like this for a while. And you don't install it by shooting him with your laser eyes or waving your magic wand. You have to, hire someone to put it in.
Yeah!
CERN has been wanting them to do this
For quite some time.
Would anything change if I broke it? Just smashed it to pieces right here?
Well, you wouldn't be able to go back when Mayushi dies.
岡部、何してんのよ。今、壊そうとした。何も壊さなくったって。タイムリープはしない。そう決めたんだから、それでいいでしょ？
Well, as it turns out...
Not because Kurisu told me to, but because I realized what would happen if I really did break the machine. If I lose it, I lose my only hope of saving her. The fear of that outcome stayed my hand.
聞いてんの？あ、ちょっと！
With no particular destination in mind.
Final destination.
I get fed up with the crowd around the station and escape to the pedestrian overpass. Mayuri's death creeps closer and closer.
そこのドキュン男。いきなり飛び出したと思ったら、こんなところにいたか。
Might be a good idea to have a conversation. You only get the one, and she won't remember it. I lift my head and see Kurisu standing there.
なあ、クリスティーナ。
何よ。
今何時だ
5時38分。ねえ、そんなところでドキュン行為してる暇があったら、買い出し付き合いなさいよ。
Shopping. Oh, right. Preparations for the party. In the original timeline, I went shopping with Kurisu at the UPX supermarket. I was just thinking, that is something that could be done that would be totally different than anything else. It would just require him to know, and that's just go take the time machine.
What do you mean?
He would have to know about it.
Oh, that's what that time machine. Okay.
That time machine. The one that takes people to and from
Time.
And then we talked on this bridge. Just like now. It feels like so long ago. Back then I had no idea what was about to happen.
買い出し。来るのか来ないのか。
I don't believe that it was wrong to time leap, however.
クリス。
初めてまともに名前呼んだな。
It's kind of creeping me out. Stop.
助けてくれ。
Whoa.
That's where he is. The importance of using that name. He's not putting on a show. And in Steins Gate, the names that people use for each other make a difference. So it is important to notice these things. I can't save Mayuri alone. I realize that now. I can't keep struggling alone.
助けてくれ。
I wonder if they're all going to be time leaping around.
How would that even work?
話して。あんたがタイムリープしたのは分かってる。
Oh!
あんたに誰かから電話がかかってきたと思ったら、いきなり表変したから。
Yeah, okay, good.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you very much for recognizing this.
私の目はごまかせない。何があった？
マユリが殺された。
I'm glad that she finally did that. Noticed that this was happening. Then I explain about SERN and Moeka, and about how Kurisu herself activated the time leap machine and made this possible. I tell her about my previous leaps. I explain that the world itself wants Mayuri dead, that I can't save her no matter how I try.
すべて
俺の責任だ。
Talking to Kurisu lets me sort out everything I've done. Everything I've seen.
セルンにハッキングしろなんてダルに頼まなければよかった。
Well, all of these are probably true in some way, but again, it's been like this for some time. But it also doesn't matter. Well, I was about to say, what's done is done, and this is the sort of thing that you can't change. But I guess actually quite specifically, as long as SERN has this one-stop connection, the direct line set up, there's no getting out of this.
Yeah.
And again, they invented the time leap machine, so they invented the time leap machine. You can't escape that truth.
タイムマシンを作ろうなんて言い出さなければよかった。萌香をラボメンになんかするんじゃなかった。
Yeah, that was really dumb, man.
That was really foolish. In Doctor Who, there is a plot element called a fixed point in time. It's something that no matter what, you cannot change. And half the fun is figuring out a way around it. What you have witnessed must happen. Part of the intrigue is figuring out how they're going to save the day anyway.
マユリが死ぬのは全て俺の責任なんだ。
I'd also say that the world doesn't revolve around you, man. Don't think like this, but
It kind of has been.
that may not actually be the case. The world may revolve around you.
Not that I would recommend this, but if you were able to somehow induce a death-like state in Mayuri and then resuscitate her afterwards, I wonder if that could be a way past it.
Well, wouldn't she just die?
Like if her heart stops for some reason and then they resuscitate her after she's already dead.
Well, wouldn't she die while in that circumstance?
If they time the death to coincide with 655, that's what I'm saying, like kind of trick fate. Like, oh, well, she died in this world, but we brought her back.
No, I don't think you can do that. Wouldn't she just die? It's sort of like...
I guess you're right.
Like you'd fail to be able to resuscitate her.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's why I needed to bear the burden myself. I was resolved to do whatever it took to save Mayuri, never faltering, never giving up. And yet, my resolve has already crumbled.
そんなまずいことが起きようとしてるのに、あんたはなんでここでぼんやりしてるの?
That was effective like 3 goes ago.
わからなくなったからだ。
He's too jaded. He's too worn.
わからないって何が?
That drive to just act might not be there anymore. Not saying he doesn't want to do something, but that urge, that drive to just run as fast as possible. He's seen her die like 7 times.
マユリを助ける方法が。
Maybe more than that.
あんたの話を聞いた限りじゃ、時間順序保護仮説は本当だったってことになるのかな?
What?
The D effect, attractor fields, stuff like that. Well, okay, really more the attractor fields.
Chronology protection conjecture. In quantum mechanics, a theory proposed by Stephen Hawking that states that time travel is impossible. Any attempt to travel through time will be prevented by quantum effects. Successful time travel requires infinite field energy, which is impossible to obtain. In other words, the laws of causality, and by extension, the chronology or timeline of the universe, are protected by quantum mechanics.
I actually find this compelling. I mean, of course, it's all conjecture, all of it.
Literally.
Right. But I personally find this compelling. I believe it is known I am not an expert on these things, okay? So I have no intent of claiming to be one. But here is my thinking. If time travel were possible, and if the multiverse is true, then somewhere in one of the infinite number of worlds, time travel would have been discovered.
Uh-huh.
Thus, someone somewhere would use time travel. Since we don't see examples of time travel, there must not be time travel.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I get that it's all secret, but now I'm talking about lizard people, right? Like Bigfoot and the alien lizard people rule the world. Why would anybody take this seriously? And no, Bigfoot and the alien lizard people don't rule the world, because the lizard people aren't aliens, and Bigfoot has nothing to do with them in any case. Or so you think.
I think you're getting off on the wrong Bigfoot.
I'm not a tinfoil hatter, okay? It just seems that you would have to accept that the Committee of 300, the Illuminati, whatever, is ruling the world, or that we would see some evidence of time travel in some way. And again, that is conjecture, and I can see like how there would be weaknesses or holes in that thinking, but I still find the general concept compelling. So does Stephen Hawking, apparently, in some way or other.
Because if you seriously think an organization run by people is competent enough to hide everything from the world, you are living in the Stone Age.
Yes. History has shown us that people are no good at this sort of thing. Like, every single coup in Chinese history, of which there have been many, has had leakers. Like, every last one. I also won't deny that one of the reasons that I like the chronology protection conjecture is that I want it to be true. But doesn't everyone kind of start with stuff like that?
何をしてもどうやってもマユリが死んでしまうんだ。
だからタイムリープを延々と繰り返したか。タイムリープマシンは理論上絶対安全だと証明されているわけじゃない。
You know what else I remembered as like that from that early prediction was that I had posited that it was going to be save Mayuri or save Kurisu. There is no other choice. Just remembered that. It popped into my head and I just wanted to say it again. You got a problem with it?
You want to fight?
Not really.
Okay.
これまでは何事もなく成功してたかもしれないけど、繰り返し使うことでどんな影響が出るかもわからない。
Pokes a bunch of holes in your brain?
も
Probably.
しかしたら
Maybe.
時間の輪、つまり因果率から外れるかもしれない。
Yeah?
Just seem to recall a certain scene with a certain person 70 million years ago.
Yeah.
I wonder what this would mean. Well, considering how long this episode has gone, now is not the time to discuss it.
あんたはそんな危険を冒してるの。そのことを自覚して。
Rather than poking a bunch of holes in your brain, it's more like poking a bunch of holes in your memories so that when you try to think about them, they don't work properly.
因果率から外れるとは。
SF 小説によくあるでしょ。閉じた時間の輪の中で永遠にさまよい続けるってこと。永久に年は取らないけど、永久に同じ日からは出られなくなる。
Oh, yeah?
Groundhog Day!
Yeah, that's what I was about to reference.
最悪の場合、なかったことにされる可能性だってある。
You might, in fact, get shunted back to the beginning of time, mayhaps.
What?
存在の抹消。あんたの18年だか19年だかの人生の痕跡すべてをあらゆる人間が最初から知らなかったことにされるかも。時間を飛び越えることはそれだけ危険なのよ。
人間は根源的に時間的存在者である。
ハイデガーね。私も今その言葉を言おうと思ってた。
お前から教わった言葉だ。
いつ？
I have no way of answering that question and you know it.
俺はもう何度もタイムリープしている。
あ、なるほど。あんたの話が本当だったとして、マユリを助けたい気持ちは私だって同じよ。でもタイムリープマシン制作に関わった人間の一人として、あれを何度も使うことは勧められない。
So now she's going to suggest one big leap.
You had brought up yourself that I have no business 10 years ago quote. And what was it that happened 10 years ago?
Huh.
I mean, wasn't it a really sick kid?
For about a month?
あんたはそれでももがく。
俺は
I can't do it alone. I know that now.
だからお前に助けを求めたんだ。もがくために、マユリを助けるために。俺一人じゃダメだったが、クリスの協力があればなんとかできるかもしれない。できると信じたい。力を貸してくれ。
無茶しやがって、バカ。あんた壊れててもおかしくなかったんだからね。
Well, it kind of did, and he came out on the other end.
I'm going to make a reference that's going to be rather surprising. In Ben 10,
Oh, for God's sake.
there's a character called Paradox. He got caught in time and was trapped there for quite some time, and he was like, well, for the first couple thousand years I went mad, and then I kind of pulled myself together. You get exposed to something enough, and you get acclimated to it. It just reminded me of that.
協力はする。ただし、あんたのために協力するわけじゃないから。
Yes, yes.
Just so you know.
全部マユリのためよ。
ああ、当たり前だ。
それにあんたを被験者にすればいいデータが取れそうだし。
Uh-huh. Okay, that's fine.
それはつまりセルンの人体実験を肯定するということか。
全然違う。
I don't like lines like that.
どこが？
被験者が岡部っていうところが。
Ah, thanks.
マッドサイエンティストとしては自分自身も平気で実験台にするんでしょ。何せマッドだし。
It's unethical to experiment on that guy over there, so I'll just do it to myself. I believe it will work.
そうだな。
I'm no longer afraid to time leap. I'll do anything to save Mayuri.
冗談よ。本気にするな。さて、もうあまり時間もないから、これからあたふたするより、もっとじっくり対策を練った方がいい。
Also, don't they kind of have an infinite amount of time? When time passes and Mayuri dies, do they have to time leap right away? Why?
I guess they don't.
We don't have any confirmation that the Rounders are gonna leave them alone.
It's possible that if he doesn't, they'll just start killing all his other friends until he does.
Whether they do or
but-
don't do
yeah.
anything like that, I have no idea, but it just seems like if they were going to abduct him or take the machine, they would have done so by now. Not every time has been this clear runaway and escape.
That's true.
Like, he got shot, or Mayuri got shot in the taxi, and he was able to run all the way freaking home, and nobody cared.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be in a hurry. Ha 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 ha, they have the time.
つまり
今からもっと前の時間に飛んでおく。
Yep, just like you said. Make a big one.
そこで改めて私に事情を説明して。
Okay, we will save that for next time. Next time, we're actually going to make that plan, and we'll see where it takes us.
Probably back in time. One of my books hit me in the head as I walked past. I only have my shelf to blame. You shouldn't have challenged me at the beginning of the episode, Damon.
Have you been holding on to that the entire time?